Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So now let us quickly go to the sentences and try and convert the sentences from active to passive and passive to active, as I have told you, it was to be done into homework. Right. We will not take more time, and quickly let us see some sentences and then we move ahead. Sentence number one. Let us start from bottom. Bottom in the sense that the way list of the students appear in my on my screen. The last student is Shrina Suchak. So let us start from Shrina. Shrina, please convert this first sentence, a sentence. Sue change the flat tire into passive. And everybody is requested to unmute mic and speak instead of just typing. Typing is fine. If you want to do it, do. But at the same time, you need to speak.
Hello?
Yes,
Sir, am I audible?
yes, it is audible. Please go on, Shrina.
Sir, the answer is the flat tire was changed by Sue.
Absolutely fine. Thank you very much. It is simple past tense, changed, V1. When we convert it into passive, it becomes V3, was were plus V3. So the flat tire was changed by Sue. Keep the box, the chart which I shared with you, table where all the tenses were mentioned, all 12 tenses were mentioned. Keep this table in front of you so that you can quickly track and respond. Next student, Renuka, and next sentence, B. Yes, Renuka.
So, am I audible?
Yes, it is audible, please.
So, the sentence passive voice as goes that a movie will be watched by us tonight. Will be watched by us.
Will be one on notes. Okay. Okay. But fine, you are right. But in my understanding, if we go by the exact structure which is given here, structure of the sentence, it should be a movie is going to be watched by us tonight. And whatever you have said is also correct, but what you said is actually conveying the meaning. What I have said is conveying meaning and structure both. Right? A movie is going to be watched by us tonight. Thank you. Let us move on to the next student.
Sir, I have a
Nishita.
doubt here.
Yes, please. Yes, Amrita. Share your doubt, please.
Sir, can we write tonight, comma, a movie is going to be watched by us.
That is
Yeah, a movie is going to be
absolutely,
watched by us.
absolutely. That is also fine. This adjective,
Okay, thank you, sir.
sorry, this adverb of time can be placed anywhere, wherever it fits in a sentence. So we can say, as you said, tonight we are going to, sorry, so movie is going to be watched by us. That's fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next, Mishka. Third sentence, please.
Yes, sir. The obstacle course was run by me in a record time.
Absolutely fine. Thank you very much. The obstacle course was run by me in the record time.
Sir,
Very
I have
good.
a doubt over here.
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, instead of that, we can write in record time, the obstacle course was run by me.
That is also fine.
It's okay, na, sir?
Yes, yes, it is. See,
In recorded time, I took it first, so just I want to confirm it.
that is fine. In record time, the obstacle course was run by me. That is also fine. Fine. Basically, in the previous sentence tonight and its current sentence, in record time, both are adverb of time. An adverb of time can be placed anywhere in a sentence wherever it fits. Location is not as fixed as the location of a subject, verb, and object. But all right. Next, after Nista Miro, and next sentence, please.
સર દેખાવું તો જોઈએ ને સેન્ટેન્સ.
Is it not visible? Okay. Is it visible now, Mayank? Sorry, Miro, is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
All right, please, Miro.
The entire stretch of highway was paved by the crew.
Okay, if you can read the active sentence first and then if you can convert it into
Okay,
passive.
sir. Okay. The crew paved the entire stretch of the highway. The entire stretch of passive. The entire stretch of the highway was paved by the crew.
Okay, very good, fine. The entire stretch of the highway was paved by the crew. Absolutely, fine. Thank you very much. Next, after Miro, quickly, Mayank.
Yes, sir.
Sentence. Mom.
Mom read the novel in one
Okay.
day.
Okay.
Passive. The novel was read by mom in one day.
Slight problem. Slight problem with the verb.
In one day.
Okay, can you please revise it? I'm saying slight problem with the verb. Verb.
The novel was read by mom
No,
in one day.
it should be V3. So V3 of read is not read. What is the V?
R-E-A-D.
Sorry,
R-E-A-D.
spelling is that, but what is the pronunciation? Understand the question? Read, R-E-A-D, is present form. And what is the past of read and what is the past participle of read? I think we discussed it earlier. Invite some of your friends, any one of your friends to help you.
Sir,
Yes,
sir.
Niro.
Read no આવે?
It is read, read, read.
Read આવે?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Fine.
Okay.
So Mayank, present form is
Okay.
R-E-A-D. Past form is also R-E-A-D, but its pronunciation is read. R-E-A-D, read. And past participle is also same. R-E-A-D, read. Means the word is same, spelling is same, but the pronunciation is again read, R-E-A-D. Right. Now, can you please
Okay.
correct the sentence and convert it again?
The novel was read by mom in one day.
Absolutely fine. Thank you very much.
Sir,
Mayank, Krutik, next sentence, quickly.
sir,
Yes, Rina.
Sir, we can write the sentence in this way. In one day, the novel was read by my mom.
That is also fine.
Fine.
Fine. That is also fine. This adverb of time can be placed anywhere, but let me tell you that this is more suitable way of writing, the way it is here.
Sir, if
The
you write
novel,
this one, then it in exam it will be wrong or.
no, it won't be wrong. It is correct. But this is more preferred way.
Okay.
Writing in one day at the end is more preferred way. So better we write this way.
Okay, sir.
If you write the other way, that is not wrong. Krutik, next sentence.
The critic wrote a scathing review.
Hmm.
A scathing review was written by the critic.
Okay. The scathing review was written by the critic. Very well. Next, Jai Rajdev. Jai Rajdev.
Yes, sir.
Sentence, please. Next sentence.
Okay, sir. The house will be cleaned by me every Saturday.
Okay. The house will be cleaned by me every Saturday. Okay. Well.
Every Saturday.
Next sentence. Ishan, please read the active sentence first and then passive. Ishan.
Yes, sir. 1 minute. Yes, sir. The staff is required to watch a safety video every year.
Hmm.
A safety video is required to be watched by the staff every year.
Absolutely fine. This sentence, there is specific sentence because this active sentence also looks like passive sentence. Anyway, it is passive sentence. Staff is required. Is passive. Fine. But there are two sentences together. Number one, required, and number two, watch. So we can convert this sentence into passive using the verb form watch. Fine. So a safety video is required to be watched by the staff every year. But very well. Fine. Next, Dimant Lal. Sentence I.
Yes, sir. So it's she fixed her application for a new job. So the passive would be a new application was fixed by her.
Absolutely fine. For a new job, if you want to edit.
Sir, we can write the sentence in this way. For a new job, application was faxed by her.
Yes, Sharina, that we can do. Fine, that is absolutely fine. For a new job, her application was faxed by. That is also fine. But please note that regular pattern is we write adverb at the end. So that would be better. If there is specific context and if you want to take it first, that is also fine. All right, Devans Jani, please.
Tom painted the entire house. Passive. The entire house was painted by the Tom.
Okay, thank you very much. Next, Amruta. Yes, Amruta.
The sentence is the corporation's sales and service organization covers the country. Um, the country is covered by the corporation's sales and service organization.
Absolutely fine. The country is covered by the corporation. Yes, yes,
Sir,
it is
am I
audible.
audible?
It was clear. And it was correct. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. all of you, for responding to these questions. Please note that there are a few more sentences, and all of you should spare some time and do this. These sentences, remaining sentences from active to passive. And then there is question number 5, where the sentences are given into passive and you are supposed to convert into active. There too, I request all of you to do this exercise, convert this active sentence to passive. See, range of sentences, practicing range of sentences is the only way which will make you to learn active and passive well. Fine. And please ask me if there is any question regarding active and passive. Otherwise, I was thinking of.
Hello?
Yes, please.
Sir, can you please one time make clear the conversion of from passive to active, the format?
Sure, fine. It is, see, it is vice versa, it is reverse. So let us take one example and understand by example. Let us take example from the question number 5. And I hope it is visible on screen. Rewrite the following sentence into active voice. That means the sentences are given in passive voice. Right. Now, first sentence is, the captain of the Indian cricket team was cheered by the crowd. It is into passive. It is in passive form. So what we will do, we will take the crowd at the place of subject. The crowd, then it is from the verb form was cheered. We can derive that it is simple past tense. So crowd cheered the captain of the Indian cricket team. Fine. Second sentence. His painting has been praised by the critics. Now let us first determine the tense. Has been praised. Has plus been plus V3 is the verb form of perfect present tense passive sentence. Right. And please also note that sometimes in the examination, you will not be told that this sentence is active or passive. You will be instructed to convert the voice only. For example, instruction is convert the voice. So you need to determine whether the sentence is in active voice or passive voice. If it is in active, change it into passive. If it is passive, change it into active. Now, how to determine? We can determine it from the verb form. When the chart I have already shown to you, keep this word form chart in front of you. Remember this chart, and you will be easily able to determine it. Fine. Now, if you look at the verb form chart, you will be quickly able to determine the verb form. Has plus been plus V3 is specific verb form, unique verb form of perfect present tense passive sentence. So that is why we can say that this sentence B here is perfect present tense passive sentence. Now accordingly we have to convert. So the critics goes at the place of subject. The critics, because critics is plural, so has becomes has. The critics have praised his painting. The critics have praised his painting. Right. Is it now clear how passive sentence is converted into active? We will take more examples, but if there is any specific doubt, I would like to listen to you.
Yes,
first.
sir. Yes, sir. It's clear.
All right. Fine. So let us do one or two.
Sir, hello, sir.
Yes, Jay, please.
In D, some words were not commerce, government and that.
In D.
Answer government word is given and.
In which sentence?
No, D. from passive to active.
Okay. The new tax, this is sentence you are saying, the new tax reforms will be implemented
Yes, sir.
from July. Right.
Like by government, that word is not given.
Okay. All right. All right. That's fine. Fine. I understand Jay's query. Fine.
Sir, in fact, in third question also.
Absolutely fine. Let us do D1, D sentence first, and then we will do C sentence. Fine. So Jay's question is, the word government is not given. Now, so in passive, what happens that because in passive, the action is emphasized and not the doer of an action, right? सब्जेक्ट है वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है पैसिव में, जो जो एक्शन है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. So sometimes if it is not required, then the subject might not be given. In passive sentence, sometimes if the subject is not required, then it might not have been given. In such a case, if you are converting such a sentence from passive to active, then you have to assume, based on the context, you have to assume the subject. So in sentence D, the new tax reforms will be implemented from July. But now, if we convert it into active, we need some subject. Right? But subject is not given here. So, as Jay has rightly pointed out, in such a context, we have to assume subject. Who implements tax reforms? It is mostly government. So, we can assume that government will implement the new tax reforms from July. Fine, Jay? Is it all right?
Okay, sir.
Well, fine. Very good. Next sentence is C sentence. The horse is being purchased by the farmer. All right, but Srina, I think here the subject is already given.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So there is no query. For example, it's very straight. The farmer is purchasing the horse. It's clear. It's continuous present tense. The farmer is purchasing the horse. Right. All right. But fine. So, but still, this topic is open. What you do? We have looked at one or two sentences for converting passive to active. So overall, we know the procedure of converting passive sentence into active. But what you do all the sentences of question number 5 and bring your questions and queries in the classroom, and then we will discuss it. That will, I think, bring more clarity. Right? All right. So with this note, we stop here for active and passive, and we quickly move to the next topic, which is direct indirect speech. Next topic is direct indirect speech. Right. Now, before we discuss anything about it, can any one of you please tell me what is direct speech, what is indirect speech, and what are its uses? You must have studied at one point of time. So what is direct speech, what is indirect speech, and what are its uses? Anyone please?
Sir,
Yes,
may I?
yes, Miro, please. Let Miro
સર
go first.
બે વ્યક્તિઓ વાત કરતા હોય એને ડાયરેક્ટ સ્પીચ કહેવાય અને બે વ્યક્તિઓ જે વાત કરતા હોય ને જે ત્રીજા વ્યક્તિને દર્શાવતા હોય ને એને ઇનડાયરેક્ટ સ્પીચ કહેવાય.
Absolutely. Fine. Very good. Fine. All right. Devans was saying something.
સર આજ કહેતો હતો.
Okay, fine. So direct and indirect speech. And I will take you to information which is given in the study booklet so that we can refer to it and we can have discussion about it. Right. We can quote the actual words spoken by the speaker. This is called direct speech. Right. For example, before the class started, I was talking to Jitendra Patulia sir. Right. So जब मैं उनके बारे में बात कर रहा हूं कि ऐसी ऐसी बात हुई है, मगर मैं जितेंद्र पाटिलिया सर ने जो कहा उसी के एग्जैक्ट शब्द में आपको बता रहा हूं, उसको मेरी ओर से नहीं मगर उन्होंने जो कहा वही शब्द मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, then it is direct speech. What is indirect speech? That I talked to Jitendra Patulia sir before the class, but I'm not, and sorry, I talked to Jitendra Patulia sir before the class. We had some discussion, for example, on the format of assignment. असाइनमेंट का फॉर्मेट कैसा होना चाहिए उसके बारे में मेरी जितेंद्र पाटलिया सर से एक क्लास शुरू हुआ, उससे पहले बात हुई, मान लीजिए। राइट। अब मैं जो भी बात हुई वो मैं बात आपको बता रहा हूं, उसमें मैं एग्जैक्टली ये नहीं बता रहा हूं जो शब्द जितेंद्र पाटलिया सर ने उपयोग किए थे। मैं मेरी ओर से जो बात हुई थी, मेरी और जितेंद्र पाटलिया सर के बीच में जो बात हुई थी वो मैं अपनी तरफ से बता रहा हूं कि मेरी जितेंद्र पाटलिया सर से बात हुई और वो कह रहे थे कि ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, इतना समय देना चाहिए। तो ये होगा इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच। राइट। सो फर्स्ट we can quote the actual words spoken by the speaker into inverted comma. That is called direct speech. We may report what was said without quoting the speaker's exact words. This is called indirect speech. Right. Now, use of direct speech. So let us invite Amruta to read. Amruta, please read the use of direct speech.
Use of direct speech to convey the exact words of the speaker, to supplement and clarify the information that is being reported, eyewitness accounts in news stories, inserting dialogues in narratives and stories, defines characters. It also brings in variety and inculcates interest in the reading, the story, novel, play. A narrative without dialogues often becomes dull and boring. In reporting minutes of meetings, the most significant points that have been made must be stated in direct speech. While reporting speeches, many direct quotes are included. Okay.
No problem. Now continue, please. When you complete it, then I will comment.
In reporting minutes of meetings, the most significant points that have been made must be stated in direct speech. While reporting speeches, many direct quotes are included to convey the essence of the speaker's message. Scripts of plays and films use direct speech.
All right, fine. Thank you very much, Amruta. So these are some of the occasions where direct speech is used, and this is what is its use or its importance. Number one, to convey the exact words of the speaker. किसी ने मुझसे कुछ कहा, किसी ने मुझसे कुछ कहा, उन्होंने जो कहा वो exact words मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ. Then I will put these words into inverted comma. This is called direct speech. When आज से 50 साल पहले, 70 साल पहले गांधी जी ने अपनी कोई एक सभा में कुछ कहा था, मैं वो एग्जैक्टली आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये ही शब्द थे, ये बात उन्होंने कही थी. Then I will put it into the inverted comma. Right? This is called direct speech. Right? Then Exact words are written, exact words are conveyed, exact words are quoted to bring clarity. क्योंकि अगर आज से 70 साल पहले गांधी जी ने जो कहा था उसको मैं मेरे शब्दों में डाल के कहूंगा तो हो सकता है कि मैसेज में उनका कहने का जो भाव था उसमें थोड़ा बहुत चेंज आ जाए। जब कोई ऐसी चेंज में नहीं लाना चाहता, मैं एग्जैक्ट वो कन्वे करना चाहता हूं जो बात हुई थी। फॉर क्लैरिटी सेक आई मे यूज समटाइम्स डायरेक्ट स्पीच, राइट। समटाइम्स टू डिफाइन कैरेक्टर्स, जब हम नोवेल पढ़ते हैं, if you are reading any novel, as you know, many a times the conversation of the novels, the dialogues of the novel characters of the novel are written into inverted comma. Fine. And from the speech of this character, we identify the character. We come to know about the character. Fine. और वो जो पूरा स्टाइल है नरेटिव, जो नोवेल कथा में जो बात कही जा रही, उसमें अगर एक ही पैटर्न होगी कि मान लीजिए कि मैं उस बुक का लेखक हूं, तो मैं कहता जाऊंगा कि फिर ऐसा हुआ, फिर वैसा हुआ, फिर ये किया, फिर वो कहा, फिर उन्होंने ऐसा कहा, फिर उन्होंने वैसा कहा। मैं ही पूरी बात कहता जाऊं, उससे बगैर मैं थोड़ी बहुत बात उसमें जो कैरेक्टर्स है, उसमें जो पात्र है, उनसे कहलाऊं, तो वो ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग रखेगा। इट्स स्टाइल ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग। पर मीटिंग ऑफ मिनट्स एक डॉक्यूमेंट है। जब मीटिंग किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन में जब मीटिंग होती है, तो उसमें क्या क्या बातें डिस्कस्ड हुई, वो सब कुछ एक जगह पर रिकॉर्ड किया जाता है। उस डॉक्यूमेंट को कहते हैं मीटिंग ऑफ मिनट्स। Now, in meeting of minutes, if there are some important points, significant points made by the people who attended meeting, then these points should be written into direct speech. Directly उनके शब्द उसमें लिखे जाएंगे। जैसे कि डायरेक्टर ऑफ द कंपनी ने कहा कि we will not deduct the salary of the employee even in this pandemic time, कोरोना टाइम। तो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट बात हुई कि कंपनी इस कोरोना समय में ज्यादा बिजनेस नहीं कर रही है, फिर भी हम एम्प्लॉइज की, जो हमारे स्टाफ है, कर्मचारी है, उनकी तनख्वाह काटेगी नहीं। तो ऐसे कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजंस है, वो इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, वो डायरेक्ट स्पीच में लिखे जाते हैं, राइट। सो ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट है डायरेक्ट स्पीच का। अगर आपने प्लेज पढ़े हैं, नाटक, ड्रामा, तो उसमें भी आपको पता होगा कि कैरेक्टर का जो डायलॉग होता है वो डायरेक्ट स्पीच में आता है, राइट। इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच, एंड लेट अस इनवाइट Devans to read the points which are given in the indirect speech, or it is also called reported speech.
Yes, sir. Use of indirect reported speech. It is impossible and thrilling to convey an entire conversation in direct speech to anyone, to avoid length and confusing documentation, to bring in clarity and preciseness to the reporting. Most personal office interaction use reported speech to convey message, conversation with others. Generally, reports of speeches during annual general meetings of other meeting are noted in indirect speech. Newspaper reports use the indirect speech format most often to report who said what and where.
Absolutely fine. Thank you, Devans. So that is the use of indirect speech. And now see, some conversation took place between two people, and I'm recording it, or I'm conveying it to somebody else. And it becomes tiresome, difficult for me to repeat exact words they would have spoken. For example, The same example I'm taking. Jitendra Patolia sir talked to me about assignment. Say for example, वही बात मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. So some important point जितेंद्र पाटोलिया सर ने कहे वो मैं आपको एग्जैक्टली वैसे बता सकता हूँ डायरेक्ट स्पीच में, इन्वर्टेड कोमा में, तब तक सही है. मगर उन्होंने कही वो पूरे की पूरी बात मैं आपको ऐसे ही एग्जैक्टली बता सकता नहीं. इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी ऑल्सो एंड इट इज डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू ऑल्सो टू अंडरस्टैंड, राइट? सो दैट इज वन थिंग. नंबर 2, मान लीजिए कि कोई दो लोगों के बीच में कुछ बात हो रही थी, वो बात मैं आपको कन्वे कर रहा हूं, मैं थर्ड पर्सन हूं, मैं आपको कन्वे कर रहा हूं. तो उन लोगों के बीच जो बात हुई थी मुझे जो समझ में आई वो मैं आपको कहूंगा कि क्लास से पहले अमृता एंड देवांश बातचीत कर रहे थे. तो अमृता कह रही थी कि उसने तो असाइनमेंट सब खत्म कर लिए. तभी देवांश ने कहा कि अभी तक उनके असाइनमेंट तो ज्यादातर खत्म हो गए मगर पूरे खत्म नहीं हो गए. ऐसे मैं कुछ बात पूरी बताऊंगा. मैं एग्जैक्टली अमृता के जो शब्द है वो आपको बताऊं, फिर देवांश ने जो एग्जिट कहा वो आपको कहूं, फिर अमृता ने जो कहा वो कहूं, तो वो मेरे लिए कन्वे करना भी डिफिकल्ट होगा और कई बार वो आपके लिए समझना भी डिफिकल्ट होगा. सो फॉर द सेक ऑफ क्लैरिटी and to avoid lengthy and confusing documents, indirect speech is used. Indirect speech is also noted, is known as reported speech. Fine. So reports में, newspaper reports में, office documents में कई बार indirect speech का उपयोग होता है. Right? ये हुए uses of indirect speech. All of you think about it, and then if there are any questions, queries, you bring your questions, queries in the anytime in this class and later on also whenever you have any question query, you can bring your questions and queries. Right. All right, now on the screen, there are two sentences. And let me invite Nista to read both the sentences and tell to the class which one is direct speech, which one is indirect speech.
Yes, sir. Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, it is audible, Nista.
Okay. So the first sentence, Shaili said, I'm going to school. It is a direct sentence. And the second one, it is indirect sentence. Shaili said that she was going to school.
Okay, absolutely fine. Thank you very much. Now, how do we know that a particular sentence is a direct sentence? Because the direct words of what was spoken by a particular person have been quoted here. But it is not my version of what Sally said to me. But समझिए कि क्लास में आने से पहले सहेली मुझसे बात कर रही थी, और वो मुझे कह रही थी कि वो स्कूल जा रही है. सो मैं अगर सहेली के जो शब्द है वो एग्जैक्ट मैं आपको बताऊंगा. सहेली ने कहा मैं स्कूल जा रही हूं, तो वो डायरेक्ट हुआ, एग्जैक्ट उनके शब्द. ये आई एम गोइंग टू स्कूल. मगर सहेली के साथ जो मेरी बात हुई थी वो मेरे जरिए बताऊं कि क्लास से पहले मैं सहेली से मिला था और वो कह रही थी कि वो स्कूल जा रही थी, और वो कह रही थी कि वो स्कूल जा रही थी. देन इट इज इनडायरेक्ट. अब मैंने सहेली ने जो कहा वो एग्जैक्ट मैं आपको नहीं बता रहा हूं, मगर सहेली ने मुझे जो कहा उसका भाव मैं आपको बता रहा हूं. वो कह रही थी कि वो स्कूल जा रही थी, क्योंकि तब जब मैं इस क्लास से पहले जब मैं शैली से मिला था, एट दैट टाइम शैली वाज गोइंग टू स्कूल. Fine. So then it is indirect speech, right? From the structure also we can identify the sentence as direct and indirect speech. Now let us understand the parts of the speech. Fine. First sentence is direct sentence, direct speech. Shaili said, I am going to school. It's quite clear to understand the direct sentence structure. This is part 1. Right? Shaili said. And it is called reporting verb. Right? This part of the direct speech is called reporting verb. And next part, this part of the sentence, which is written in double inverted comma, is called reporting speech. Is that clear? Direct sentence is divided into two parts, reporting verb and reporting speech. Direct speech, direct sentence is divided into two parts, reporting verb and reporting speech. Right? And indirect sentence is one sentence only. It is connected with conjecture 2 and other conjectures, but it is one sentence only, and it is called reported speech. Please don't get confused between the similar phrases. But here it is reporting verb. Here it is reporting speech. And here it is reported speech. Reported speech is simple, indirect speech or indirect sentence. Fine. Now, there is a sentence, direct sentence, and then it is converted into indirect sentence. But direct sentence is, as Nista has already read out, Shaili said, I am going to school. Indirect, Shaili said that she was going to school. Fine. Now, what are your observations when this direct sentence is converted into indirect? What do you think? What type of changes have come? Anybody of you, please explain it. What do you see here? What changes have come? Both the sentences are in front of you on the screen. And you try and tell me changes come from active to passive. It would be better if you can unmute your mic and speak.
Sir, tense.
Okay, Krutik says number 1, tense is changed. Absolutely. Please note that when we convert direct speech into indirect, there is going to be necessary change in the tense depending on the type of direct sentence. So later on we will study what type of changes come. Any other change? Miro, can you please speak it out?
સર
Yes.
એ જે વ્યક્તિ સાલી છે એ થર્ડ પર્સન બની છે.
Okay.
ટેન્સ નું કૃતિ કીધું.
Okay, yes, absolutely. But other changes, structural changes, how the direct sentence is written, how the indirect sentence has been written.
So am I audible?
Yes, it is audible. Timan, please.
So for the direct sentence, there's been a quotation mark added to it.
Absolutely. Fine. Indirect, the reported speech, sorry, the reporting speech is written into inverted comma, right? While when we convert the direct sentence to indirect, the inverted comma are removed, right? So very good observation. Any other observation, please? If you observe, Fine. So one is double inverted comma removed. Then this comma is also removed. Right? Both the sentences are connected with some connector. Here it is connected with that. Mostly it is that, but that depends on the context. Connected with that. Right? And necessary change in the verb form, as it is pointed out by Kruti.
સર આમાં એક્ટિવ પેસિવ ચેન્જ નો થાય એમ.
That is there. I will come to it also. Then the next change is change in the pronoun. See, here it is I, here it becomes she. Fine. But please note that in active passive, the verb is not changed. The tense is not changed. If the active sentence and simple present tense, the passive sentence also remains in simple present tense. If the active sentence is perfect past tense, passive sentence is also perfect past tense. The verb form changes. जिस प्रकार से एक्टिव में वर्ब फॉर्म है उसी प्रकार से पैसिव में वर्ब फॉर्म नहीं रहेगा, मगर वो वर्ब फॉर्म रहेगा तो उसी टेंस का. फाइन. सो आई प्ले क्रिकेट, सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस, प्ले V1. पैसिव में वो हो जाएगा क्रिकेट इज प्लेड बाय मी. सो यहां पे प्ले है, यहां पे इज प्लेड होगा, बट स्टिल द वर्ब फॉर्म, even if the verb form is changed, the tense remains same. Active tense, in active voice it is simple present tense, then in passive voice also it is simple present tense. While in indirect, the tense is changed. Here it is continuous present tense, while here it is continuous past tense. Right? That is why when we were doing active passive, I emphasize more on tenses. And when we were learning converting active sentence into passive, I emphasize more on tenses, because tense is something very basic and it is required almost in all topics. For direct indirect also, you need to know tenses of English language. Otherwise it will be very difficult to understand the changes which come while converting direct sentence into indirect. So with this note, we stop here today. All of you are requested to visit the chart which I have shared with you in the WhatsApp group, shared in the class also, and remember and understand the tense format, the verb formats of different tenses, right? And then we will discuss the remaining part of direct indirect in the next class. Right? Any other question, query, please? So I will take your attendance quickly. I wanted to keep the time because generally I take few minutes more, so I wanted to avoid it, so that's why we have quickly completed. Attendance, please. Kritik?
Yes, sir.
Himant?
Yes, sir.
Joy?
Present, sir.
Devansh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, before I take attendance, everybody, see, we have completed some of the we have completed the communication process and all. We have also completed some of the topics of grammar. And I wanted to know if the way we are conducting the class are fine. जिस प्रकार से हम क्लास चला रहे, जिस प्रकार से मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ, जिस प्रकार से आप पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हो, मैं जानना चाहता था कि अगर वो आपके लिए हेल्पफुल है, आप सीख रहे हो, आप I mean basically if it is convenient और आपका कोई क्वेश्चन, क्वेरी, डाउट है, फीडबैक है, तो you think about it in the next class. You please bring your feedback. क्योंकि अगर मुझे आप बताओगे कि यहाँ पे इस प्रकार से आपको दिक्कत आ रही है और ये इस प्रकार की बजाय उस प्रकार से करोगे या हम करेंगे तो आपके लिए ज़्यादा आसान होगा, तभी जाके मुझे वो पता चलेगा, तभी जाके इस प्रकार से मैं चेंज कर पाऊंगा. So without taking much time, I request you all to think about it and share your feedback in the next class. Quickly come back to attendance. Ishan.
Yes, sir.
Mayank.
Yes, sir.
Arjun. Renuka.
Present, sir.
Rohin.
Yes, sir.
Amrita. Daniel.
Present, sir.
Srina.
Yes, sir.
Srina.
Sir, Amruta is present.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, fine. Miro
Yes, sir.
and Nista.
Yes, sir.
All of you, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. See you all in the next class.